Greetings and welcome. Today I want to talk about the album Tetra by the group C2C. I know that this is a group composed of 4 DJs, French DJs I think. Not pretty sure. I didn't search much about this band, but that's as far as my knowledge about them goes. So this album right here is the closest I've got to dance, electronic, and trip hop music. So I found it really interesting. There's a lot for me to talk about this album. So let's just go into what really matters into this video. As I said, a very electronic dance album this is, and sometimes I find that the closest I've ever got to this type of music before was with Vaporwave. You know, Vaporwave has the same, let's say, pop electronic feel to it as some of these other genres also have. And this album is very different what I usually like to listen to. If you've seen my other videos, you know that most of my reviews and rankings are from rock bands, rock bands and metal bands and such. Recently, a lot of black metal. So this is very different from what I'm accustomed to listening. But I enjoyed this album. It's a good album. So let's talk about the songs. The album starts with The Cell. This song right here, The Cell, has a whistle or a flute. I think it's actually a flute present in the song that really reminds me of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard's album Omnium Gatherum. That exact same flute sound, I recall hearing it on Omnium Gatherum, which is one of, if not my favorite King Gizzard album, but it's gonna be a while until I really get to talk about them. They have a lot of albums, and I want to listen to a lot of other musicians before I review their entire discography and rank it. So yeah, I just would like to point out that there's this flute, and it really reminds me of Omnium Gatherum. The second song, Down the Road, on the other hand, reminds me a lot of Caravan Palace. Although I haven't listened that much to Caravan Palace, I have some good memories of their songs. There is Lone Digger or Lone Digger. I think it's Lone Digger actually. There's Lone Digger. I really like that song. There's Lone Digger, the only song from theirs that I know yet. I intend on listening to their 4 albums, but not right now. After that, we have the song King Season. It sounds good enough. Some of the vocals remind me a lot of Björk, but actually, I believe it's this Rita J person present in the credits of the song. So I think it's her that's singing, not Björk, because she's not credited in the song, obviously. So yeah, the reason why I think King Seasons stands out more is because the vocals really remind me of Björk, and I like Björk, great musician. Next up, there's a song Because of You. This entire ordeal sounds very upbeat and positive, but I'm gonna say that this type of music really lacks personality. I could easily imagine more recent pop songs that sound just like this, although I can't name any. And this song is more like how I picture what most of modern pop songs sound like. So yeah, Because of You so far is the most, let's say, generic song in this album. And I just feel like, no, the other songs, they had one detail or another that really stood out for me. One sounds like Caravan Palace. The other song sounds like it should be present in Omnium Gatherum. The other song, the female vocalist sounds like Björk. But this song right here is the very first, let's say, generic song that I really don't enjoy that much. So this song is like that generic pop song that's how I picture modern pop song music. So let's just move on to the next song, which is Delta, the best song in this album. And I love how it sounds and how the instruments are played and the vocals. And although they have very short rhythms, pop music normally has shorter rhythms and shorter melodies or no melody at all. But Yeah, Delta is my favorite song, and the reason for that is because, little story time right now. Back when I listened to the song for the very first time, maybe when it came out in 2012, I believe, I did not know what delta was in mathematics. So yeah, the first time when I listened to the song and there was that word delta, I didn't know what it was. I hadn't studied Bhaskara yet. So I remember listening to the song, really enjoying it, and searching on Google what is delta, and a lot of mathematics, a lot of mathematicians and such things. Bhaskara, what is this? I never heard about this, but yeah, that's crazy to know that the very first time I listened to this song, I did not know what Bhaskara was, and I have very knitted memories of that. So yeah, with the best song out of the way, we only go down here from here. There is Who Are You? The vocals are the thing I like the most on the song. And I also recognize it somewhat. Maybe I listened to the song in the past. I know that I listened to this album in the past, so maybe this song was another song that really stood out for me. Back when I first discovered Delta, that was the only song I really liked to listen from this whole thing. But maybe I listened to Who Are You? Who knows? I can't really tell because I don't really remember properly, but I find the song very recognizable. After that, there's the song Happy, and it also reminds me a lot of Caravan Palace. Other than that, there's not much for me to say about the song. So, Give Up the Ghost. Slower song, has some nice sounds, and the rhythm of the instruments is nice. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the song as well. Next up, we have The Beat, and no, the song is a fun, upbeat song. After that, we have Genius, not my favorite song, another quite generic song, I'm gonna say, but it sounds good. It's generic, but it's good. I mean, whatever. And then after that, we have the song Together, which reminds me somewhat of Such Shy. Now, I only listened to that song Sincerely by Such Shy. Very, very beautiful song that is. Maybe I should get deeper into Such Shy's discography. And this song reminds me of, well, that song and his sound. And this song is followed by Arcades. And Arcades, I'm gonna say, it's quite a fun instrumental, if you can call it that. The vocals are like these very short, how do you call them? Groovy, not groovy. Very short, vaporwave like loops of vocals and human rumblings. But yeah, I do consider the song an instrumental, if you can call it that. And after that, there's two other songs, Le Banquet. There's not much for me to say. And Fuya, Fuya, another, well, instrumental song. I'm gonna say this last song is actually good. Enjoy this one, and it closes the album well. So yeah, definitely this album is good, but not my type of music. I wouldn't find myself really waking up and thinking to myself, damn, I really want to listen to Tetra by C2C now. That never happens. I believe I actually only listened to this album like 3 or 4 times for this review. The other times that I really searched for this album and wanted to open it up on Spotify was just to listen to the song Delta. So yeah, Delta's my favorite song on this album, and the sole reason why I wanted to review it and talk about this whole work. But not a bad album. If you enjoy electronic dance music, trip hop as one of the genres that I found attached to this album, go ahead. You're gonna definitely enjoy this work. It's not bad at all, but just not my type of music, as I said. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave in the comments your thoughts on Tetra by C2C. Tell me how wrong I am. And well, until the next time.